Welcome to the TDC Today Show communities. My name is Sue Roscoff. The Disability Channel, or TDC, is out of Toronto, Ontario, Canada, showcasing abilities. TDC is committed to providing quality digital media production services, education, and employment programs by and for persons with disabilities and veterans. TDC offers digital media production, video production, post-production, social media, and podcast creation, production, and support. TDC offers education and employment programming, which includes digital media courses to persons with disabilities and veterans who are unemployed and underemployed. TDC also offers community partnerships. Through partnerships and sponsorships, community partners and organizations become ability champions by supporting media created by and for people with disabilities and veterans. We are your USA team, and I am so happy to have my wonderful co-host joining me today, Michael Martin Hummel. Michael is a writer, speaker, and podcaster who works to bridge the gap between disabled and able-bodied people. I am so happy to see you. How you doing?
Good, thanks for having me. I'm enjoying getting to see you too.
Excellent.
Always good to see you.
I am wondering if you want to give us a little update, recap perhaps on the event you just had recently.
The actually it got canceled because people kept pulling out, so we didn't have one. So last month got skipped, and then this one is on the 28th. Give me 1 second.
You got it. So I know he's got one more coming up, and we'll bring that back around and catch a bit more about what it's going to be about because it's a topic that affects a lot of people, and many of us can relate to it. So we'll look forward to hearing more there. But next, I've got a special treat for you because I want to have a moment here to be able to share a little more about a book trailer that y'all are gonna love.
Help save the ocean just by listening to a story. Set sail with underwater acts of kindness. Join Noah, the hard of hearing humpback whale, and his marine friends as they take on the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. On their journey between Hawaii and California, they discover an enormous pile of plastic, but with teamwork and courage, they plan to clean it up. With the guidance of Dod General of the New Earth Army, they rally ocean creatures and you to help restore our seas. Now available on Amazon Audible, listen as author Marianne of Waikiki narrates this inspiring adventure, featuring mesmerizing music by Lucy and the Perfect Wave and Nick's guitar, echoing the sounds of whales and dolphins. This book is dedicated to Boy and Slat, founder of The Ocean Cleanup, making waves for a cleaner future. Sing along with Noah's song and dive into a world of peace, love, happiness, and thanks. After reading, visit the Acts of Kindness series YouTube channel for more adventures. Learn the ASL ABCS with Dr. Fingers, the fingerspelling hermit crab on YouTube, kids. Get coloring books now at www.actsofkindnessseries.com and Amazon. Plus, grab your New Earth Army t-shirt and pledge to protect our planet. Underwater Acts of Kindness by Marianne of Waikiki. Available now on Amazon, Audible, and actsofkindnessseries.com.
And we do have the one and only Marianne of Waikiki joining us today as well. How are you today, Marianne?
Aloha and hola, everybody. I hope everybody is enjoying their evening. And thank you so much, Sue Roscoff, for showcasing my first book trailer for my first book, Underwater Acts of Kindness, featuring Noah, the hard of hearing whale, who was recruited to tackle the Great Pacific Garbage Patch between Hawaii and California. So everyone can join us on Saturdays, the World of Ability podcast, to listen to our guest speakers, such as Trina Redmond in Canada, who is a daycare director, who is reading a chapter a week for us with this exciting story and introducing sign language characters. And we have a YouTube channel featuring Dr. Fingers, the finger spelling hermit crab. So for a lot of us, we're kind of sitting home kind of wondering what are we going to do with the weather. It could be snow, it could be rain, it could be clouds, it could be too hot, sunny. But we have some opportunities to learn the ABC, the ASL finger spelling alphabet on the Acts of Kindness series on the YouTube channel. So you can take off your mittens, warm up your little fingers and toes, and learn the ABC, ASL finger spelling alphabet. So this week we are going to be reaching the chapter of peace, love, happiness, and thanks, where Noah and King Octo they build a wellness tank for the sick fish because of the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. So we're moving forward with this book series, and it was originally created for the Animal Planet TV show Tanks. The guys in Las Vegas, where Michael Hummel lives, and they build these aquariums. And Michael, gosh, in 2016, I got to fly over and meet with them, and I wrote the book for them. And it's King Octo the Eighth, who teaches the signs of peace, love, happiness, and thanks tank. Get it, Sue? Thanks tank. There's so many funs and puns in this book. We also have Raymer, the trigger clownfish, and the general of the New Earth Army, which is the dad who is the general of the New Earth Army. So Michael, you may have met them. You may have seen their show in Las Vegas. They were on the Animal Planet TV station. And so this book is created for them. And we dedicated this book to Boyd Slat of the Ocean Cleanup in the United Kingdom. And they love the book, and they are watching the video. And I got a book sale from somebody in the United Kingdom on Amazon. So pretty exciting that it's getting out there worldwide, because this is a worldwide topic that's happening. The ocean cleanup and Boyd Slat going around the world, cleaning up rivers in all countries, and just amazing work. And we showcase him, and we can't thank him enough in that organization. So join us on Saturdays, the book club, the World of Ability podcast. And we also have other guests such as Leanna Cloughlin join us at the last of the show. And we have Michael that's there on the show. We also have Cynthia, who's a deaf business owner with a dog treat business. So, and we just had Jim, and we were talking about meditation and things to do while, well, I say below deck because I'm not sailing, but sailing on a sailboat, you're below deck, but you may be below in a basement or below zero weather. And anyway, these are fun activities for everyone to take advantage of and learn. Why not? It's fun. Finger spell your name. And again, this is the signs of peace, love, happiness, and thanks. And a big thanks to Mark Bayan, the in Phoenix, who has On the Mark TV, who is showcasing this as well, and Nonprofit TV, Dr. Anthony Sorelli, who is showcasing the book trailer in Denny's restaurants in Texas, and also Jay Stoyan, the Disability Channel in Toronto, Canada. So we got good things happening in 2026, and it's all because of the Today Show. You, sir, Kurt Roskopf, and Michael Hummel, thank you so much for having me here. Join us every Saturday, the World of Ability podcast. Back to you.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Marianne. This is all about the fun, go out and play. Who wouldn't want to go out and play? And you're right. As we're reading through the book, I am enjoying it so much. All of the things in here, it's not just for kids. The parents, as you're reading it, will enjoy all the things that you've got written in there as well. It's so cute. It is so much fun. And I really am very excited for where it's all going. So we are doing this, like you said, we're reading a chapter a day, basically a chapter a week, because we do the World of Ability podcast on Saturdays. That's from 1 to 3 Central, and you can always find it live actually on our YouTube channel at Ability Network. So if you go to YouTube at Ability Network, you can find us, you can subscribe. If you want to be notified when we go live, you hit that little notification button, the bell as well, and you can be all part of that. But that is something that we're doing and something that we can look forward to each week, because there's a lot of chapters in this book. Let's see, we're on chapter 8. And there are, actually, I got to look and see. I've forgotten how many chapters total. There's 13. So we have several weeks to go yet. So several weeks of looking forward to to all of the wonderful pieces there. So thank you so much, Marianne. So Michael, I want to come back to you and ask about the event that you have coming up that's scheduled for, let's see, what would the date be for your next event?
The next event is on February 28th.
So February 28th.
The theme is invisible disabilities.
Oh my gosh, invisible disabilities.
Yeah.
That is a big deal. That encompasses a lot of different things. What
Yeah,
inspired you to choose that topic?
just because I know it's a topic that a lot of people like and appreciate and need, and um, I just know that a lot of people are going to be want to speak at the event because of all the things that they have to go through and the things that they have, and because like you said, it encompasses a lot.
It really does. It's kind of amazing because when I think about I'm trying to think of the name of an organization locally here that's all about chronic pain. That's
Mhm.
something they have a support group for that. Hope Instilled is the name of it. It came back, Hope Instilled, and that's a
Yeah,
big thing in itself because people don't realize how much as you look around, if you're in a room with a lot of people, I can almost guarantee there's multiple people in that room that have some kind of a pain issue going on. I mean, just walk as you were walking around, do you see somebody limping? Do you see, and whether that's a temporary thing or an ongoing thing? I mean, and
yeah.
that's just one example. There's so many.
And then it's another thing. You said temporary. Sometimes I've spoken to a lot of people who are not believed because of sometimes they can do everything fine, and sometimes they can't walk at all. So it just
Uh-huh.
depends on the day and how they're feeling. But a lot of people either don't believe you or they judge you, or and that's what I'm trying to like end.
Oh, that and actually, I gotta say that hits home pretty hard actually at the moment because I'll give you a story. I'll this sharing a personal story that not all that many people know. I've had a lot of hip issues in the last, I don't know, I want to say 6 months or so, and it's something where I'm try it's try to ignore it, right? Try to not worry about it because it only hurts if I move in a certain way. But it's got to
Yeah,
be today it's this certain way and tomorrow it's going to be this other certain way. I don't always exactly know which thing is going to trigger pain. And finally, actually just a couple months ago, got an X-ray on it to figure out what's going on, and that's where they've said, okay, you got the start of arthritis going on in there. And
yeah,
I've been very frustrated with it because it's something where some days it hurts to do much of anything because walking around is kind of, gosh, with all the things, all the activities we do, my job, all the things, it's a lot of walking. And when it hurts to do that,
yeah.
but some days it doesn't hurt all that much. Some days it's pretty
Yes.
good.
But that's the thing. It will eventually get worse and
Yep.
constant. And like the way I look at it is I'm a bull, I'm a Taurus. So I'm always like muscle through.
Mm-hmm.
And that eventually isn't it's gonna kick you in the butt. Because
Uh-huh.
I recently got told that I have degenerative problems in both my shoulders. And
Ooh.
I'm eventually going to have surgery, and it's because of all the rolling and
Because,
pushing.
yeah, well, okay. So, what do you mean by rolling for those that aren't familiar?
I use a wheelchair, and so I push everywhere I go. So because of the amount of usage of my shoulders, the doctor told me that eventually I'm going to need surgery.
So kind of an overusage, well,
Yeah,
and demand on your shoulders that's
yeah.
more than
Because
most people because with the wheelchair rolling, that's
I
it
roll
caught
them
up.
and I put my chair in and out of my car. And when I do that, I'll pick it up because
Uh-huh.
it's only 20 something pounds, so it's pretty light. And so,
Only 20 some pounds. What?
yeah,
I know. We're both sitting there like, wait, wait, wait. Okay, that's a bag of potatoes and then some. So, and you're just slinging that around like it's no big deal.
pretty much,
Two bags there, don't you know? One bag in
Uh,
each hand.
pretty much.
that's a big deal. And, that's the kind of stuff that people that don't have that experience, they don't know.
Yeah.
So, I appreciate you sharing that. And it's amazing that that is a thing that, and, again, this is your everyday life. So it's just your normal, right?
Yeah. And that's the thing. I get it. Uh, Picking up a wheelchair and throwing it in the market for a car, for some people it might be hard. For me, I've been doing it since I'm 19. I'm almost 50. So it's just easy.
That's what you
I don't even think, I don't even think
It's
about
the
it.
it's the air you breathe, right? Like for a
It's-
fish, it's just the water. So
yeah.
well, and Jim, I am so glad you are here to join this conversation that's going on here. So Jim Pekonen is a wonderful individual that we've had the blessing of getting to know recently here, and he is a life architect. And that's why I'm so happy to have you here. You want to introduce yourself a bit more? I'm happy to have you joining in here.
absolutely. So my name is Jim Pekonen. I am a life architect, and what that is I am a trained coach, and I've been coaching for over 20 years. It is my passion. I primarily work with men because the men today need to understand how they create their experience. And then along the way, we process trauma, because that is the key to everything, is understanding the trauma. And then as you do that, you sweep away the foundation of everything, whether it's stress or whatever stories you created, like maybe you think you're not enough. And yet when you do that, you really create an amazing life. So, and it is great. It's interesting because Michael, if you've been lifting a wheelchair since you were 20, that is, to me, that's no different than the simple thing. Like that's just what you do. It's a car, and the wheelchair needs to go in the car.
No.
But yet, if there's problems up here, it makes it rough.
Yeah, some days it hurts more than others.
Man,
That's for sure.
that's interesting. I'm starting a podcast, and my podcasting co-host, he is the physical side of brain and body health. I'm the mental side of brain health.
Ooh,
So yeah.
great combo. Actually, tell us a bit more about it. Have you started yet?
So we started recording. So one of my things about, I've had 3 podcasts. One of them around addiction recovery was in the top 100 by the time we were in our 60th episode.
Oof.
But then we started doing it live, and my co-hosting partner has a lot of uhs and ums and ahs. And after, when we got into the 70s, he was done. He says, if you were, and it would take me 3 hours plus to edit each one, to edit every and ah out and put things together. But this one, it's about brain health. I think we're going to call it the ultimate brain health podcast, because I just tell you, he when in 2019 he had 8 autoimmune disorders and 5 neurological disorders. They gave him 6 months to live. His mother was a geneticist. He went home and he started studying all the amino acids. And for almost a month and a half, I have been taking his brain chemicals, and I feel like I'm a little kid again. And 2 weeks ago, I started taking some of his amino acids that get rid of all of the fungus and mold in your system. And it is his thought that it's the fungus and mold that cause all the osteo diseases, because they delaminate the bones to where, And so I'm on this, and since, you know, a lot of you don't know, but I had a near-death experience last year. One of the things, I have to take all this calcium and stuff. So in taking what he's doing, it's going to see how the quality of my bone structure ends up in a few months when I go back in and get a what's called a DEXA scan, where they look at the quality of the bones. That's probably more than you were looking for.
Oh, that's, oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay. So my real job, I'm actually working in at a university in the biology department.
Oh, you
So,
do? Oh,
so you're like hitting home here. I'm a
oh
lab
yeah. So,
coordinator.
okay. So when I talk about all the amino acids, because I got on 5 of them, and the first day I was driving, and all of a sudden it's like I had a Kramer moment, right? We talked about, Seinfeld. I'm just like, whoa, because everything was clearer. Everything was so much better. And I'm like, whoa. And now that, like, that's my new baseline, because now I get up at 5:30 in the morning. I take I'm up to 7 now because I'm doing the ones for the mold and the fungus. And all of a sudden by 6 o'clock, my eyes are like, and then I'm just going. And my mind is
Ow.
so sharp. So between his chemicals and my processes to get people to understand how you create this experience of life, I think we have a hit for a podcast.
I love it. That is amazing. That's absolutely beautiful. And yes, I agree. You've got a hit for a podcast right there. So, yeah, whatever we can do, is we got the World of Ability Podcast Network, and whatever we can do to help share out what you're
Oh,
doing, that's amazing.
oh, we should have, he is like, he's a scientist. It's like part of the beauty that I bring to the podcast is he'll be like, what he said was, you're going to be much more mentally acute. So, but I'll talk to him about this, because he has helped since 2022. He has helped different people with different diseases get back to get back to being healthier, and some of their issues have gone away.
Wow. That's amazing. I love that.
Right? We all need to be healthy mentally,
Yes.
physically. Michael's got to have those strong shoulders.
When we feel good, that makes so much difference. I know, because Michael was saying that he's got his event where he's got speakers coming in at the end of the month on the 28th of February. And the
Okay.
topic this month is invisible disabilities. And that's one of those things. If you're not feeling 100%, you it's a struggle just to get to where you need to be. It's like if you can start feeling good, what a game changer.
So it is and I just learned about that, but may I share a thought?
Please.
The most normal people in the world have the most invisible disabilities, and y'all are listening to one of them. Me. The thing is because I understand myself, I see when some of those invisible disabilities come up. And does that make sense? I don't want to, I hope I don't sound offensive, but I
No,
really, Michael, am I, 'cause I
you
don't
don't
want to
sound
like,
offensive. You don't sound offensive. I'd like you to expand on it because I'm not sure what you mean.
so I'm going to use one example, and that's overthinking.
Yeah.
That's an invisible disability, because somebody may walk by you and not say hi, and you think they don't like you. And then when 3 people do that, you think nobody likes you. Now all of a sudden you walk out in the world thinking nobody likes you. And if nobody likes you, you become very quiet and introverted. And pretty soon people notice that, and they don't speak to you anyway. And now there is reinforcement that you aren't liked, and your overthinking mind takes it even more. And it's like, I really don't like anybody. That's to me, like that's one of them.
That can cause, I believe, depression and anxiety.
which is another and
Yeah.
those are disabilities.
Yeah.
Because if I'm depressed, my thought process spins everything into, well, nobody likes me anyway. I'm not going to go on the podcast because nobody will like me. And all of a sudden it's like, I'm just going to stay in my room. And anxiety that is a mind virus. That is where you take something, you take it way out of context, your mind finds all the evidence that corrects, and all of a sudden your vision may go to like this, and all of a sudden everything is just crazy, just nuts. Does that make sense?
Definitely.
Okay, a little too much sense, yes.
Right.
Woo.
Yeah, but you know, one of the things that I've learned in the 20 years I've been coaching, this is going to sound silly, but I just bring people back to almost a baseline of simplicity. Does that make sense?
That makes a ton of sense. Yes.
You know, it's just, you know, and here's the best example. When you look at a group of young kids under 5 years old playing, they're free. They're free to do everything, right?
Oh
And
yeah.
it's like they're gonna come in. And are you okay if I go off on this tangent?
Please. I like
They're
where
gonna
you're
go
going.
They're gonna go in. They're like, let's play a game, and they all come together. And they're like, "What do you?" The first thing they do, what do you want to do? They create the game. Once they all agree on the game, they're like, you know what the second thing they do is? What are the rules? And they go through the rules and they get all the agreement. And if somebody doesn't agree, they stop, they figure it out, and then they get agreement on the rules. You know what the next thing they do is? They play.
They
That's literally in
play.
the game. They play. They have the rule. Then all of a sudden, if somebody does something, they're like, timeout, stop. We have to modify a new rule. We have to put a penalty in. What do? They agree on it, and then they play again. And they play until somebody's mom says, ding, 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 dinner. And then you know what they do that we adults don't do? They stop playing the game and it's done. And tomorrow they'll create a new one. You know what we adults do? We keep the games of life. The job is a game. Relationships are a game. And the thing is when we lose at our game, we remember it, we make it mean something. And then the next time it's like, do you want to play a game? Like, no, because the last time I played that game, I lost. So no, I don't want to play that game. And we get smaller. And pretty soon when you're in your older age, you're not doing anything because nothing is fun. Well, why don't you go hang out with your friends? I can't. I lost. They made fun of me. Whatever they say. You want to discover something new. Play like a child. And when you're done, be done. Be absolutely done.
That whole thing of just let it go is more real than most people want to grasp onto. It's like because I totally agree. I'm the master
Right?
of I'm gonna like rerun it in my brain over and over and over and analyze it.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, it's like,
Yeah.
no, stop, don't do that.
So may I give you a little coaching secret?
Oh yes.
The feminine brain is, men are simple. Women are not. Because of that very thing, you will reanalyze things. Like, what do you really mean by that? And the guy is like, well, no, you asked me and I said no. And it's like, yeah, but you make it. And the best example, right? This is the most dangerous thing you can do when a man asks a woman, hey, where do you want to go for dinner tonight? And the woman says, I don't know, you pick. Alarm bells goes off, right? Right? Because here's what happened the last time the man picked. It's like, I want to go to my favorite Italian restaurant. And she's like, okay. They get there, they order food, they're sitting there. It's like, yeah, here we are. This is where you took so-and-so when you dated them, isn't it? and you're
Oh, jeez.
taking me here now. And it's like, and I don't even really like Italian. And the men are like, hey, but why didn't it's like, no, it's your choice. And it's like, and here's the thing, the next time it's like, where is the man never gonna pick again?
That
An
place.
Italian restaurant,
Oh,
right?
yeah. Yeah.
We men are simple. We want to make our women happy. We want to actually have a job and feel like we're doing something. And someone like me, we want to feel like we make a difference. Women are far more complex. Right, Kurt? Right, Michael?
Yep. I've been
We
married I've been married 7 years. I've taken my wife to dinner out at restaurants that I've taken other women just because I liked them, but it does kind of bite me in the butt a little bit sometimes. It's like,
Who
why
did
did
you
you
go
take
to
me
dinner
here?
with? Why
Yeah,
did you go here?
pretty much.
No, that's a simple example. Whereas, the man's like, I just want to eat. That's a favorite place. So, for all the men out there listening, here's what the solution. Would you like the solution so you do not get yourself in there? You still have time? Are we running out of time? You give them three choices.
Yeah, that'll help.
They will pick their, and if they're not, they're like, well, I don't like any of those. Then you give them two more. After that, they're like, take what, I've given you 5 examples. You tell me where you want to go. And then they'll tell you where they wanted to go from the beginning. That's a moment in your life architect's coaching corner there. Don't you know how to keep those ladies happy?
awesome. That is a nugget that will go far. I love it. And I gotta say, Kurt, I love your background. That's a new one. And yes, Festivus for the rest of us. It is the big event is happening this weekend. So why don't you come on in and give us a quick update on all the because I know you've had a busy day. You got some things to share with us. I'm just giving the floor for a few minutes here as we are getting to the wrap up point. But welcome. So glad you're here, Kurt.
Thank you very much. We're going to get into some roots here.
Some
You
roots.
know,
Oh boy.
what roots? Yeah, like let's come back to the building block for why Sue and I are here with the Disability Channel, why the TDC Today Show communities is a thing. And, it comes from lived experience, observation, coming to a reckoning, an examination, to say that, we have this opportunity in life to admit to some things that we may have contributed to, enabled, empowered. We let it happen. We maybe are, catching ourselves in negligence. We have this chance to recognize that, you know, we may be bouncing around like a mean pinball, and I've enjoyed the analogy of our friend Robert who talked about, the game you can play with hot and cold, like you're getting hotter, oh, you're getting colder,
Mhm.
all this stuff. So for Sue and I, it came to a point to say that with what we do in life, we can pay attention to who we are allowing in, practicing the art of allowing, to look at the totality of the individuals that can do what Kurt and Sue Roskoff do. And to recognize, we're here at the Disability Channel because a family like ours got to recognize that what's going on around us maybe isn't to the ideals of people with disabilities. And we were part of some trainings, some sports and rec activities, and people with disabilities shared a lot with us in terms of understanding equity, equality, civil rights, the work of our government, systemic oppression, films like Interdependence. There's a lot going on around us, and as we go through and we practice our faith life, our service life, our lifelong learning, our civic capacity, being productive members of society, and having fun like at Festivus. Sometimes we lose the awareness. We're not in touch with things, out of sight, out of mind. I just was at a session with the open mind with our masterminds, and it was an electric event. A candidate in the political arena talking about the power we have as voters, looking at the demographics and how in our country that decades ago it was something I saw time and again about how America, is or was a melting pot, however we want to look at that. And I've come to believe that the world has become a melting pot. And I sum it up with a Kurtism word, that I call non-geo specific, that basically the world is our oyster, that we end up, where we're located in Las Vegas, Milwaukee, down in Mexico, all the places that we are. And we all have some unique experiences because of where we are. And the reality of zip code does matter, and all the things at the present time. But we have a chance to permeate these biased pathways. And that's another Kurtism, venturing out to create unbiased pathways. So I have the worldview of over 8 billion people on the planet, and we have a human resource opportunity and challenge to say, what are we going to do to empower those around us? Like Marianne here showing a graphic of peace, love, happiness, and thanks. Practicing that gratitude. I was with the meeting earlier with the Regenerative Media Alliance, and it's a generic term, it's not any official term, but we got a group coming together to make that type of thing. And we're learning from other regen media alliances. And I told that group too that we can get involved in the media. But Sue and I had, point in our training and our experiences as EMTs that you get set up with an ambulance and all the equipment, the heart monitors and all the bells and whistles, fun toys to play with. But we got reminded it's not about the toys. It's not about all the equipment. You have a human being that you're taking care of, and you're safely transporting a person to the ER room. And it's about attending to their experience, to attend to that. So, how well are we attending to the experience that we are providing to other people when they leave us, when they leave Kurt Roskoff? What are people saying about, wow, that last hour I spent with Kurt Roskoff? This, that, up or down, sideways, however it's gone, we have the chance to control that. So I leave that to say that, with Jay Stoyan founding this enterprise, this platform that's very unique out of Toronto, Ontario, Canada, we have the opportunity to latch on to this platform, this format, and share this with others. Because, now that you realize what you know here, the more you know, the more you realize what you don't know. We are regrouped here to say Canada is quite a success story. So we're regrouping to dive in a decade later from all the aspirations of this Can-Am development, the Disability Channel. And you're looking at a group here that is a focus group for how we can unleash this all across the 50 United States of America. In the last meeting I was in, we were even talking about Africa. We have a global treasure right here with this show, the TDC Today Community Show. You are part of the community. Please share what you experience here. And yes, come join us at Festivus Friday, Saturday, and Sunday this weekend, February 6th, 7th, and 8th. Back to you, Sue.
Excellent. I'll pop this on the screen real quick too, so you've got that as a handy reference. Festivus, always the first full weekend of February. This is the 29th annual event. So more details can be found on that website, festivus.now.site. And it's like you're saying, it's not all just in person here. We're also on Zoom. We'll be in both places the whole weekend. So come on in and enjoy some time. It's all about getting together, having fun, kind of that rejuvenating as we are finding a reason to have some fun. That's what it's all about. Keep things moving and enjoy one another. It's a unique community that comes together every year to do this. So hope you can join us for that. It's going to be a good time no matter what. And with that, I am so thankful to each and every one of you, Michael, Marianne, Jim, Kurt. What a community we have here, and I'm so appreciative. And as Marianne has on there, peace, love, happiness, and thanks. I'm working on my sign language. We're getting there. Every little bit we get to grow, right? So, as always, from all of us here at the Disability Channel and here with the TDC Today Show communities, as always, we thank you.